Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we are back with another truth bomb video, but this time it is all about dating. Here are some truths that you guys need to know about dating from a woman's perspective here. Starting out a little more mild here, but an important truth nonetheless, you have to be willing to put in effort to actually dating, but also to yourself. Dating requires a little bit of work and effort on your end, and if you aren't willing to put effort into planning dates, spending adequate time with someone to get to know them better, paying for the date, I know that this can vary depending on the girl, we have to leave room for nuance here, but generally speaking, contributing to the conversation in a meaningful way, the list really goes on. If you're not willing to do those things, then you probably aren't in a place where you are ready to date, so this is something that's important to know going in. A successful, healthy relationship requires effort and work from both people involved, and I think it's important that you're aware of this before going into it. A relationship that is one-sided is not successful or healthy and often leads to resentment down the line. So you obviously have to put effort into dating itself, but also, as I mentioned, you have to put effort into yourself as well. Now, I'm not telling you guys you have to have a morning routine like Patrick Bateman. It doesn't need to be that extreme, but my goodness, guys, take care of yourself physically and mentally. Show up for yourself and put some effort in. This is also going to allow you to attract the type of person that you want to be with. Before we get into the next point here, gentlemen, if you want a woman in your life who puts in effort, I think a lot of you want that, or you say that you want that, you have to start by putting the effort into yourself as well. And a great place to start with this is a skincare routine. Big thank you to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring today's video. Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skin uncomplicated. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Their level 1 system comes with all of the basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, which if you have never used, once you use this, you will never go back. It makes your skin look refreshed and glowy and amazing. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you are tough, but you're not tougher than the sun. And a PM moisturizer to use before bedtime. And to make it even easier, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. This isn't something you want to put off because prevention is key. Get ahead of any signs of aging now. Your future self with skin that looks better than every other guy will thank you and thank me for recommending Tiege Hanley. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off of the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link down in the description and you'll get 30% off of your first box plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. Point number 2 is that you attract what you are. You don't necessarily attract what you want, unfortunately. You attract what you are. The whole idea that you attract what you are is a common belief within the realm of personal development and relationships. It suggests that the mindset, energy, and qualities we possess tend to attract similar qualities from others, whether we know it or not. Of course, we have to leave a little room for nuance here like anything else, but there's certainly truth within this idea. And I'll share a few examples here. When you have shared interest and values with someone, it's more likely that you'll be drawn to each other. People tend to seek companionship with those who align with their beliefs and their preferences. It's this feeling of similarity that we tend to cling to in relationships. Also, how you perceive yourself and the confidence that you exude can influence the type of people that you attract. When you have a positive self-image and you're confident in who you are, you might attract people who appreciate those qualities or possess those qualities themselves. This is because you're more likely to respect yourself and have boundaries and exude that energy when you're dating. Effective communication and compatibility also play a significant role in attracting and maintaining healthy relationships. When you're open, honest, and able to connect with others on a deeper level, you're more likely to attract individuals who value those traits too. The opposite can also be true. If you're someone who is emotionally unavailable, whether you realize it or not, chances are you'll tend to attract someone who is as well. And you'll be sitting there like, why am I attracting all of these emotionally unavailable people? Well, it's because you are emotionally unavailable. The point that I really want to hit home here with is that you have to be someone that the person you want to be with would want to be with too. It's a two-way street. So ask yourself in search of the truth, which is the point of this video. Are you someone that the person you want to date would want to date too? My third truth here, and this one hurts, it really hurts, but rejection is a part of the process. Rejection is a normal aspect of dating. It sucks, it stings, it's genuinely painful, but it is just a part of the process. You are not for everyone, and that is okay. You will not be compatible romantically with every woman you go on a date with. Not all of them will like you. Be okay with that. And let me explain a bit further how rejection is a part of the dating process, just so you guys can see this a little bit better. The first one is compatibility. So each person has unique preferences, values, and interests. Not every connection is going to be compatible, and that's perfectly normal. Rejection ultimately allows you to find someone who is a better match for you in terms of compatibility long term. And it may take time and multiple experiences before finding someone who is the right fit for a fulfilling and meaningful relationship with you. And please keep in mind, this is normal. Experiencing rejection can also be an opportunity for personal growth. It can allow you to reflect on what you're actually looking for, improve your self-awareness, and learn from the experience. It can help you refine what you're really looking for in a partner, as I mentioned, and understand your needs a little bit better. Let's not forget also, as much as it sucks, rejection is an honest communication of someone's feelings and intentions. It allows for clear boundaries and prevents both people from investing time and energy in a relationship that might not be fulfilling or sustainable for a long-term thing. It's important to remember that rejection is not a reflection of your worth as a person. It is simply just a part of the dating journey and journey towards finding a compatible partner. It's crucial to handle rejection gracefully. Please remember this. Maintain a positive mindset and keep an open mind for new opportunities that may come your way. The next truth is that the nice guy and the gentleman are different things. The terms nice guy and gentleman have overlapping qualities, but they tend to carry very different connotations. A nice guy, which is a term I'm sure that you've heard a million times before here on YouTube, is generally someone who is polite, who is nice, and considerate towards others. However, it can sometimes be associated with someone who is overly passive or who has ulterior motives, which could be expecting something in return for being nice. Example, I bought her flowers so that she would like me, or I pretended to be someone I was not and agreed with everything she said so that she would like me. I'm trying to get her to like me when I don't even really know if I like her. I'm just trying to be nice so that she likes me. This is something that a typical nice guy will do. So being the nice guy in the way in which our society defines it, as unfortunate as it is, isn't doing you any favors. Agreeing with everything she says, as I mentioned, which is being passive, maybe putting her on a pedestal, chasing her, none of these are things that women find attractive. Not only is this unattractive, it's disingenuous for you to be doing. And I do want to note that it's not always malicious, and a lot of guys don't even realize that they fall under the nice guy category. A lot of the time this can stem from trauma, attachment issues, people pleasing, or all of the above. So it's not always a malicious thing. I want to make that clear. But regardless of the reasoning behind it, women do not find this attractive, and it is not going to help you in your dating life. Now, on the other hand, a gentleman typically refers to a man who exhibits qualities like respect, integrity, and chivalry. A gentleman is courteous and well-mannered, treating others with kindness and consideration without expecting anything in return. Being a gentleman often implies a higher level of character and a genuine commitment to treating others with respect and dignity. So if you're aiming to be anything, aim to be a gentleman. I truly don't think you can lose by being a gentleman, whether it works out for you or it does not. My next truth is that dating isn't black and white, and boy, oh boy, do so many people need to hear this one. As great as the internet can be, it's crucial that you get out into the real world and stop looking at things with such a black and white perspective. This is where I like to say, go outside and touch some grass. What you see on social media is not always the reality or the absolute truth. And while hearing other people's perspectives or opinions can certainly be helpful, it's essential to recognize that we have to leave room for nuance and the human experience. Develop the ability to think critically, to see both sides of the equation, as well as the gray area that might be in between. This is how we grow as individuals, and I think it's really important when you're dating to do so. Dating and relationships are not black and white because it involves complex human emotions, individual preferences, and varying circumstances. There are truly a million examples that I could give here, but I really want you guys to think critically and keep in mind that not everything you see online is black and white. Not all relationship advice you hear is black and white. I think a lot of people have an all or nothing mentality, or again, this black and white mindset of it should be all of this and it can't ever be anything else, and there's no room for nuance. And I don't think that's a productive way to approach anything in your life, but especially something as complex as dating and relationships and just human behavior. And my last truth of this video is that being angry and bitter will not help your dating life. In fact, I can guarantee with almost full certainty, I say almost because I am leaving room for nuance, okay, that this will make your dating life worse or just flat out non-existent altogether. These negative attitudes and emotions can impact your ability to form healthy and fulfilling relationships with another person and can actually be incredibly damaging to yourself and the people around you. I understand this can stem from a variety of different reasons. Maybe it's a past experience that you had with someone you dated or personal issues from your upbringing. However, I believe it's crucial to get to a place where you're able to work through these negative feelings and develop a healthy and respectful attitude towards potential partners or the opposite gender. This may involve things like therapy, self-reflection, and personal growth, but ultimately, it's necessary to approach dating with a positive and open mindset in order to form a healthy and fulfilling relationship. And I think this point also encompasses the idea that you attract what you are, not what you want. And if you're angry and bitter, you're not really going to attract someone who is going to alleviate those angry and bitter feelings. More often than not, they will probably also have issues themselves and tend to make it a lot worse. So I think it's really important to get to a place where you're at peace with your dating journey, where you are working on yourself, where you are healing. Of course, you do not have to be fully healed. That is impossible. You do not need to wait until you are a perfect person to date, or else you will never date because you will never be perfect. I hate to break it to you. That's my bonus harsh truth of the video, is that you are not perfect. The person you will date will not be perfect, and you will both bring out ugly sides of each other that are going to require a little bit of extra work and effort and energy on your end to work through. But that is just the reality of dating and relationships. Not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows, and I think it's important to acknowledge that there are going to be some hard times, and that is normal, and that is okay. But to be angry and bitter about that for your whole life is not going to help you, and it's not a feeling that I would wish upon anyone to feel for their entire lives. I think when you let anger and bitterness and hatred fester inside of you, it doesn't do anything positive for your life, and it doesn't do anything great for the people that are around you either. So I would really encourage you to try to find peace and get to a place where you feel like you can be positive and approach dating with an open mind. So guys, that is all I have for 6 truths men need to know about dating. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What is another truth that you think men need to know about dating? Maybe some truths you think women need to know about dating? Would love to hear your perspectives and opinions down in the comments. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.